Assalamu alaikum everyone. If you're enjoying this video and the other content on my channel and would like to continue to do so and see my channel grow, then please consider supporting my work at the pinned links at the top of the description of this video, as well as in the comment section. Your support is much needed and appreciated. Barakallahu feek. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless and reward you all.
So we're going to go to open up JBrancatella 2.0 on YouTube. We're going to check out his video. He just posted it. So I'm going to go there first. All right. And then let me share my screen. All right. So you guys should be able to see.
By the way, just quick, because I don't know Sigma. Sigma, do you know Avery GodLogic?
I don't know him. I've seen him on YouTube. I don't know him.
Words.
Okay,
Now,
what do you
let's
think of
listen
him
to-
generally?
I think he's smoking all these Muslim apologists.
Oh, okay. Let's see if he smoked me here. We'll see.
All right. Okay, Sigma, you need to watch this part right here, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Have even read Justin Martyr at all.
Martyr again. He says the word is sent not as an inanimate power, but as a person begotten of the Father's substance.
That part that he just read is a chapter heading. Those are not Justin Martyr's words. Now let's listen to the part that is Justin Martyr's words, quoted from the same chapter, chapter 128.
He appears in a vision sometimes that cannot be born, is called a man and a human being, because he appears arrayed in such forms as the Father pleases. And they call him the Word because he carries tidings from the Father to men, but maintain, I'll wait till it's done, but maintain that this power is indivisible and inseparable from the Father. You're done. Stop going to Justin Martyr.
Is that the?
Let me make this. It's like for some reason there's an ad. Let me try to get the ad out of the way.
What are you trying to say? I can see it. The word is sent not as an inanimate power, but as a person begotten of the Father's substance.
Yeah, is that a quote from Justin Martyr to start with?
Nah, it's
Okay, now, perfect. No, that was good. That was the first question. Now the second question, let's go here. And it's going to say...
Wait, hold on, bro.
Oh, sure, go ahead. Sorry, I was moving too fast.
Yeah. We got to let that resonate. So, Sigma, that part where he just read the chapter heading, and Mr. Avery GodLogic said that that was from Justin Martyr. That was either a lie, and Avery knew that he was lying, or he was fed that information from someone, because if he was actually accessing the direct source, he would never make that mistake, would he?
well, so like for example, it could have been a mistake, could have been a lie. We don't know. It's up to him really. But the point is this: the scholar has inserted this, so the scholar actually interprets this chapter here to mean that's what Justin Martin is saying in summarize. But yeah, that's the point there.
Yeah, but he said those were Justin Martyr's words.
Yeah, he probably made a mistake or maybe a lie. We don't know. It's up to him. But yeah, that's him. I can't really say anything.
I'm
about
saying if he was reading it directly from the website or from a book source, he wouldn't have made that mistake, would he?
Some authors put their title headings as their words, and then they put something down below as well. That's some authors do that.
So you're thinking he may have been reading it and he just
I
thought the
said I don't
chapter
know.
heading.
I said I don't know. It's up to him, really. Only God knows. But he could have made a mistake, or we don't know. It's up to him. But that's it. That's all we can say. But the scholar did believe that that is the interpretation of what is down below. The scholar did hold that view, who wrote that chapter heading in there.
That's what the website is interpreting it as.
Yeah, so the website did hold that view. So
Yeah, the
in a sense,
website
yeah,
is
but yeah,
interpreting it this way. But
yeah.
guess what? This same website, New Advent, explicitly says that Justin Martyr was a subordinationist.
Okay, that's the website's opinion, but that's what it just says on there. But yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Is it
Can I
me
ask
or is
my
he
question
cutting
now?
out? Speaking Muslim, is it
I
me or
can
is he cutting out?
I can hear him. I can hear him pretty decent. It's just that that's the way Sigma sounds. Sigma, can you try to speak more clearly, please?
Yeah, I said that's just what the it's that person's doing the summarize of the paragraph down below, and then you said New Advent calls him a subordination, so I said that's their opinion.
Right, it's the same, but it's the same website. So,
Yeah.
yeah, we can move to the second part if you want, speaking Muslim.
Yeah, sure, inshallah. Sounds good. So I want to actually go back to Avery's quote because now that we looked at point one, I think it's worth it to go back and listen to what he said a little more closely because this I also had to listen to it a couple of times to make sure I caught it. So watch this. Let's go back to the 10-minute marker right about here. Bismillah.
Oh.
Martyr again. He says the word is sent not as an inanimate power, but as a person begotten of the Father's substance.
That part that he just read is a chapter heading. Those are not Justin Martyr's words. Now let's listen to the part that is Justin Martyr's words, quoted from the same chapter, chapter 128.
He appears in a vision sometimes that cannot be born is called a man and a human being because he appears arrayed in such forms as the Father pleases. And they call him the Word because he carries tidings from the Father to men, but maintain, I'll wait till it's done, but maintain that this power is indivisible and inseparable from the Father. You're done.
Okay, Sigma, did you catch that part? How he emphatically said I was done based upon what he quoted there?
What, when he says the word is inseparable and invisible from the Father?
Yes.
Yeah, what's the issue?
I have it highlighted
I
here.
just want, hold on a second. I'm just setting it up. I'm just want to be clear what you just heard so that we heard the same thing.
He
So Avery, in the beginning, he read the chapter heading, then he continued afterwards, and the highlighted part, speaking, if you could just highlight where he started, which was right there, yep. Okay, because he appears in a vision, sometimes that cannot be born, is called a man and a human being, because he appeared in such forms as the Father pleases. And they call him the Word, because he carries tidings from the Father to men, but maintain that this power is indivisible and inseparable from the Father. There, that's the part where he was emphasizing, thinking that that supports Justin affirming the Trinity, because Trinitarians believe that the Father, Son, and also the Holy Spirit are indivisible and inseparable from one another.
yeah,
You agree?
yeah.
Okay. Now, what if I told you that this part here that Avery quoted, these are Justin Martyr's words, but he's actually attributing them to someone else and then attempting to refute that position.
Where does it show that in the context?
Okay, so let's read it from the beginning. Hold on. Sorry about that. I'm just pulling up my chair. Okay. So if you can scroll up to the top of the chapter, just so we're not accused of reading anything out of context. Okay, let's go through this slowly. And I hope that Muslims understand this, because a lot of Christians are making this mistake. It's not only Avery. So at the top, you see it's a dialogue. Justin is speaking there at the top. And it says,
and that Christ being Lord and God, the Son of God, and appearing formerly in power as man and angel, and in the glory of fire as at the bush, so also was manifested at the judgment executed on Sodom, has been demonstrated fully by what has been said. Then I repeated once more, Justin says, all that I had previously quoted from Exodus about the vision in the bush and the naming of Joshua, aka Jesus, according to Justin, and continued. And do not suppose, sirs, so this is Justin still speaking, and do not suppose, sirs, that I am speaking superfluously when I repeat these words frequently, but it is because I know that some wish to anticipate these remarks, meaning Justin is anticipating an objection of what somebody might say in terms of the evidence that he's providing. And then he says, and to say that the power sent from the Father, so this is the objection he's anticipating, to say that the power sent from the Father of all, which appeared to Moses or to Abraham or to Jacob, is called an angel because he came to men, for by the commands of the Father have been proclaimed to men, is called glory because, and then this is where GodLogic started reading, he appears in a vision sometimes that cannot be borne, is called a man and a human being, because he appears arrayed in such forms as the Father pleases. And they call him the Word, because he carries tidings from the Father to men, but maintain that this power is indivisible and inseparable from the Father. Now that's where GodLogic stopped. Now watch how this becomes clear. Just as they say, so Justin is describing or talking about somebody else's view. He's saying, just as they say, the same ones who just said that the power, meaning the Word, is indivisible and inseparable from the Father, just as they say that the light of the sun on earth is indivisible and inseparable from the sun in the heavens. So the analogy that Justin's using for this view is the sun and its light are indivisible and inseparable from one another. Now we're going to see, does Justin affirm this analogy for himself or not? He continues, as when it sinks, the light sinks along with it. So the Father, when he chooses, say they, notice it's always they are saying this, causes his power to spring forth. And when he chooses, he makes it return to himself. In this way, they teach he made the angels, but it is proved that there are angels who always exist and are never reduced to that form out of which they sprang. And that this power, which the prophetic word calls God, as has also been amply been demonstrated. Now, this is Justin's view. You're going to see. And angel is not numbered as different in name only, like the light of the sun, but is indeed something numerically distinct. I have discussed briefly in what has gone before. So listen to that again. That the power which the prophetic word calls God, as has been also amply demonstrated, and angel, is not numbered as different in name only, like the light of the sun, but is indeed something numerically distinct. So remember, the analogy that Justin used for indivisible and inseparable was the sun and its light. Then when he mentions it again further down, he says that the power, meaning the Word, and the Father are not numbered as different in name only, like the light of the sun, but is indeed something numerically distinct. In other words, he is denying that analogy. He's saying that analogy is not correct. And he's actually refuting a group of modalists who believe, because modalists believe that the Father and Son are different in name only. And that's what Justin is saying, that the light and the sun analogy leads to, is modalism, because the sun and the light are the same. They're not different in terms of the Father and Son being different persons. They're just merely different in name. Are you following me so far, Sigma?
Yeah, I'm following you. I'm
Okay.
trying to understand it all. I need to read this all for myself and probably dissect it because it's not as straightforward. But yeah, but Justin Martyr did hold to the fact that Jesus Christ is the wisdom of God, which is inseparable from the Father, which he did hold to.
My brother, he is literally saying that the people who believe that the Father and Son are indivisible and inseparable from each other, he uses the light and the sun analogy for that and then refutes it. He says that they are not numbered in name only like the light and the sun. So he denies that analogy.
Wait,
He
wait,
rejects
my,
it.
wait. You don't believe Justin Martyr held that Jesus Christ was that wisdom in Proverbs?
Listen, Sigma, we can go to other passages of Justin. I have no
No,
problem doing that. I'm
I'm
saying, look, you
asking.
could even believe that Justin Martyr is a Trinitarian. That's not the
No,
point I'm making. I'm saying,
I'm just
based
set.
on this passage, you cannot argue it based on this passage. That's the point.
No, because even if it's I need to read the full context and dissect it properly. But even if it's talking about modalists, that doesn't mean he disagrees with completely what these modalists are saying. If it even is talking about modalists,
He
does it
is.
even say it's talking about modalists in there? Does it say that in the text that he's addressing modalists anywhere?
Do you?
Like
Yes.
exactly. So
Yeah.
verbatim, it says modalist in there in the text.
No, because that's
Oh,
anachronistic. That
oh,
word
so
wasn't used.
it doesn't say modalist in there.
No,
You're
it
just
says that
assuming
the
it.
sun, hold on a second. It says the sun and its light, i.e., the Father and the Word, are different in name only. Who are the ones that hold that the Father and Son are different in name only?
Yeah, 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 modalists do hold to that the
Yes,
father and
right. So
son are
that's
different.
what he's saying. He's saying
Wait, bring
that
that
this
passage up
power
again.
which the prophetic word calls God, as has also been amply demonstrated, and angel is not numbered as different in name only, like the light of the sun.
Wait, bring that
So he's
passage up.
saying the idea of the light and the sun is different in name only, which is what the modalists believe. He's denying that, and then he goes on in the next couple sentences to give his own analogy to explain what he believes. He doesn't believe the sun and the light analogy. He believes that that is modalism, that the sun and the light are only different in name.
But yeah, I know what you're saying, but what I'm saying, but as I said, I need to get the passage up properly to proper dissect it because I'm only hearing what your interpretation is. But what I'm
But
saying
I'm
as
reading
well
it
is
right off
that
the
Justin
screen, bro.
Martyr in other passages makes it clear that Jesus Christ is that wisdom of God, which would be inseparable from the Father.
Oh boy, Sigma. We're not going to go to other passages yet until we're done with this. There's a few more sentences. Let me just finish reading it. Speaking, can you put it back on the screen? Because we can't see it.
But I
Okay.
don't, I don't,
I know
I've
speaking,
heard
I
your
know you want to put
I
your
said
name up there, bro.
no, I said I need to literally look at that passage, dissect it myself, see what it's all talking about.
Well,
Because I'm just getting
Sigma,
your
Okay.
interpretation. Because
Okay, so
this is
I'm
not a
just gonna
passage that.
finish reading it. I'm gonna hold on a second. I'm gonna finish reading it, and there's only a couple more sentences, and then I'll engage with what you just said about Justin or whatever else you want to talk about. How about that?
Okay, cool, guy.
Okay. So he continues that the sun and the light are differed in name only. He says, I have discussed briefly in what has gone before, when I asserted that this power was begotten from the Father by his power and will, but not by abscission, as if the essence of the Father were divided, as all other things partitioned and divided are not the same after as before they were divided. And for the sake of example, so now he's going to give you his example. He doesn't believe the sun and light analogy. This is his example. I took the case of fires kindled from a fire, which we see to be distinct from it. And yet, that from which many can be kindled is by no means made less, but remains the same. In other words, he sees them as separate and distinct. Two fires is his analogy. Justin believes the Father and the Son are like two separate fires that you see separate and distinct from each other, not like the sun and its light, which are different only in name. Now, if you want, I have no problem going to other sections of Justin. If you want to read him holistically, I don't have a problem. We can do that. Or if you have another question. Who do we got?
we got threats. How are you today, threats?
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, we can.
We have a clip we'd like to play you, and then from there
Well,
we'll
hold
show
on.
you something. Go ahead, brother.
Let's find out who this guy is. Are you Christian?
Yes, I'm a Trinitarian Christian.
Okay. Do you know Avery GodLogic?
Yes,
What do you think about him?
low tier.
He's low tier.
When it comes to certain topics, yes. Like the
Okay.
OPT, all that, he's not good at it.
What
He's
what
pretty
is
decent
he?
with scripture. Scripture is pretty decent.
Okay. He's pretty good at scripture. So you would think he would know how to read pretty well.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if he read this well. You can play the clip.
He says the word is sent not as an inanimate power, but as a person begotten of the Father's substance.
That part that he just read is a chapter heading. Those are not Justin Martyr's words. Now let's listen to the part that is Justin Martyr's words, quoted from the same chapter, chapter 128.
He appears in a vision sometimes that cannot be born is called a man and a human being because he appears arrayed in such forms as the Father pleases. And they call him the Word because he carries tidings from the Father to men, but maintain, I'll wait till it's done, but maintain that this power is indivisible and inseparable from the Father. You're done. Stop going to Justin Martyr.
So he made the same mistake that Inspiring Philosophy and William Albrecht did. They think.
Okay, you can stop it there, bro. So, yeah, if we could go to chapter 128, which he was claiming to read from. Do you see at the top there where it says chapter 128, the word is sent not as an inanimate power, but as a person begotten of the Father's substance? That's what Avery read and said that's what Justin Martyr said. But that's a chapter heading. It's not actually Justin Martyr's words.
Yeah, so he was wrong. It's fine.
Yeah, so he was wrong about that. Now, if he was reading from the website or from a book, would he have made that mistake?
Most likely not.
Right. So most likely he was probably fed that information live through a private message, right?
Yeah, most likely.
Right. So then I guess he's low tier on this too.
I mean, I don't really care, bro. To be honest, he could be low tier. I mean, it doesn't really affect me.
Yeah, it doesn't, but it affects a lot of other people who follow him.
Well, then maybe they should start studying.
I agree, 100%. And then he also attributed to Justin further down in where they were Justin's words, but he attributed a position to Justin which Justin himself was refuting, where he said that they maintain that this power is indivisible and inseparable from the Father. Justin is actually refuting that view.
Well, if he misquoted, I mean, that's fine. We'll make mistakes.
It is if people are honest enough to admit that he misquoted it, but if he's not, then that's problematic, wouldn't you say?
Yes, that's an issue.
Okay.
Okay, no say. What was your opinion of the debate?
Oh, no say. No. Hold on. No say. I know him. I remember him. Let's give him the fake quote. Let's see if he's man enough to admit it.
So,
No say. Are you man enough to admit? Are you man enough to admit that God?
How many persons are there in
used a fake quote in a debate?
am I doing what?
Are you man enough to admit that GodLogic used a fake quote in a debate?
If he did use a fake quote, I wouldn't lie about it. So I haven't.
Okay,
seen,
so let's see what you could do. But
Hold on,
before
I
we
didn't
do
see.
that,
I
before
didn't
we
see the
do
debate.
that,
But that's
before
not
we
what I
do
came to.
that, before we do that, what do you think about GodLogic?
Well, he's a Christian apologist.
But what do you think he's good?
Yeah, he's very good at what he does.
Oh, he's very good at what he does. Okay, so watch this now. I want to see if you're going to be an honest man. If you're going to be an honest man, I'll let you ask me any question you want. How about that?
Well, it wasn't a question. It's a fact that you keep degrading every Christian that comes up. So
Really?
I was letting
Is
you
it
know.
a fact? Is it
Yeah.
a fact?
Call
So
him- call a Christian name.
hold on a second. We don't even need to play it. You're admitting that GodLogic used a fake quote?
No, watch the video, but I came to say, since you're trying to
Okay,
demoralize all the Christians,
well, we're
me and
gonna
you
handle
one
that
on
first
one
part. We're gonna handle
on
that
modern
first.
day debates. Me and you.
We're gonna hold on. We are going to handle that first, and then we'll move to your question. How about that?
Okay, so the
Play the
question is
clip,
very
Siki.
simple. I challenge you one on one modern day debates. Since you
No
want to
say,
demoralize
no
people, let's
say,
see
no
who's who.
say, no say. You're gonna listen to this, and Sheikhiana, you better be listening too, because you tried to bring the same thing. Now let's see what happens. Play the clip. Speaking. Justin Martyr at all.
Martyr again. He says the word is sent not as an inanimate power, but as a person begotten of the Father's substance.
That part that he just read is a chapter heading. Those are not Justin Martyr's words. Now let's listen to the part that is Justin Martyr's words, quoted from the same chapter, chapter 128.
Stop it there. Now let's show the chapter heading. Let's show them chapter 128. Hope you're paying attention. 128.
Hold on, let me close my bedroom door.
Yeah, you better. It's about to get ugly. It says, chapter 128, the word, and he said it, Justin says, the word is not sent the word is sent not as an inanimate power, but as a person begotten of the Father's substance. And he attributed this to Justin and was reading it as a quote. So no say, is this actually Justin's words, or is this a chapter heading placed by a website that is not Justin's words?
All right, hold on. I'll be fair. Let me pull it up on my computer real quick.
Do you have the physical text by any chance?
That's what I'm looking at on my computer. Can you give me the exact?
It's Dialogue with Trypho,
Because
chapter
I see on Justin
128.
Martyr.
It's Justin Martyr, Dialogue with Trypho, chapter 128. I have the physical book in my hand.
Well, I'm not home, so I don't have the books in my hand. I'm using my computer.
I know, but that's why I asked. Let me help you out. I hope Anna's gonna really admit this one.
All right, so I'm on New Advent. You said what? 128?
128. That's right, sir.
All right, so it starts with the heading. He explains what force the word of Israel has and how it suits.
No, bro. You on Dialogue with Trypho?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I read 125. That's not 128.
No, it's 128, bro. You gotta scroll down.
Yeah, I got it now. No, what's the argument?
Okay, the argument is this. Let me show you guys. Hold on a second. Okay. I'm bringing it up too. See, I got the physical book right here. This is Fathers of the Church, Justin Martyr. Okay, there you go. Justin Martyr. Translated by Thomas P. Falls. Now I'm going to go. This is Justin Martyr. People can see it. 346. Dialogue with Trypho.
Okay.
Now, you see chapter 128?
Yep.
Does it have a heading under it?
Nope. It starts with "I have taken great care." So let me look at it on my side. Then I repeat it once more. Justin said, "Why is it not showing I have taken?" Oh, this is the author of the book, correct? Writing, "I have taken great care."
No, that's Justin.
Okay, so on newadvent.org, when it says chapter 128, can you show me where it starts with that in the book, please?
Yeah, hold on a second. Justin says on New Advent, the beginning is, one second.
Yeah, can you show it on the screen for everybody? So we all are on the same page.
Just give me 1 second, soldier.
All right, my man.
Justin, Dialogue with Trypho, chapter 128. There we go. Okay. Now I'm going to show you on my computer.
Let's see. I don't know how good you guys can see this.
All right, so mine starts with "then I repeated once," and then the paragraph start and "do
No,
not
no, no.
suppose."
Above that, bro, where it says Justin. Looking at my screen right now?
Yeah, I'm saying the same thing, and it says, "And Christ being Lord."
Okay, that's where chapter 128 starts.
All right,
And
so
that Christ being Lord and God the Son of God, and appearing formerly in power as man and angel and in the glory of the fire, that is the beginning of chapter 128. Now I'm going to
That's
show you
correct.
how it reads in the book.
All right,
Okay.
please.
He says, I have taken great care to prove at length that Christ is the Lord and God the Son, that in times gone be he appeared by his power as man and angel, and in the glory of the fire as in the bush, and that he was present to execute the judgment against Sodom. So it's the same thing. It's just slightly different wording based on the translation.
Why is it slightly different wording? That's what's confusing me.
Because the translation is different, bro. It's a different English translation of the same text.
Okay, that's fine.
It's
All right,
like
what's the argument?
it's just like different English translations of the Bible. They're not all the same.
All right, what's your argument?
The argument is that, do you see the top part here? Hold on a second. You're looking at my screen where it says chapter 128. The word is sent not as an inanimate power, but as a person begotten of the Father's substance.
Yeah, it's clear.
Yeah, that is a chapter heading that are not Justin's words.
Okay.
And Avery read that and said, and quoted it and said, these are Justin Martyr's words. They're not Justin Martyr's words.
Okay. So just by the evidence right now that appears on the surface, that would be a mistake. However, if I were to go deeper and actually do the studying myself, and then he did say that, then I would have to say that he's not wrong.
Yeah, but bro, if
I just admitted that what it says on the
says,
screen, 128, if he said this is Justin Martyr's words, just based on the book he brought and what I'm looking in front of my face, if he did indeed say that, then he made a mistake.
okay,
But
so
if I go do my research and it does say that Justin said this, then he's right.
yeah, but Justin doesn't say it because it's a chapter heading. How would you do research to disprove that this is not a chapter heading and that
Because
it's
I would go to the church and I would look up information that I need to know on Justin Martyr to make sure this is not just a title head made. I want to know who put this as a title head first. I would figure that information out.
The website. But look, I'm showing you in the book, right? Look at chapter 127.
Yeah,
see
but who
this?
wrote this book?
But hold on a second. This is the book, chapter 127. You see there's no chapter heading. There's no chapter heading in any of the chapters for this book. Why?
Yes, but who wrote this book?
Because it's not Justin's words.
But who wrote this book? Why did they leave the titles out when the church has it on their website as it being a title? They're not following what the church
Because
is putting.
that's just their own wording that they're putting there.
Okay, so officially, the guy that wrote
like the Bible, how the Bible has different, like, labeled as different chapters and verses. Let's say Matthew chapter 5 or whatever.
I understand the concept.
Yeah, and in there you will see that the translator will put chapter headings sometimes. Why? Because it's based on their interpretation or summary of what is going to follow or what they think is coming next. But those chapter headings were not written by Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John.
Okay. So like I said, the person that's the book that you wrote, I mean that you have in your hand, they did not include the titles like the church did. Now, if Avery said that
But bro, what do you mean the church? What do you mean the church? This is just New Advent, which is one website.
I know, that's why I'm saying when I go to the church
This is a church text. What do you mean? This is translated by a Trinitarian Christian.
Is it a Catholic?
This book, yes, both of them are.
Okay, good. So like I said,
Are you a Catholic, by the way?
Yes. If this is listen, if this is just a title and it wasn't in the manuscripts, then I'll say he made a mistake. However, I will go and I'll research this. But even if it is a mistake on his part, the title does fit the context. So it's a summary. Say that again.
Do you see my screen?
Yeah,
This
I just
is
took a screenshot.
This says Saint Justin Martyr, and the books that are listed, the translator is Thomas P. Falls, and you see who published it? The Catholic University of America Press.
Okay, so good. So when I look at other websites that I do see titles, for some reason he didn't. But my point is, if this is just a title, and Avery said that this is what Justin wrote, the exact words of the title, then I would say he made a mistake.
But here's the thing.
That doesn't mean
here's the thing. We can confirm right now, we can confirm 100% right now that he did say that. I'm not talking about Justin Martyr. You can go and do in your research and see which one is more authentic, the chapter title or without it. But let's play the clip one more time and listen to what he said, where he attributes this to Justin, to be clear.
Okay, go for it.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Speak Innocent.
He appears in a vision sometimes that cannot be born is called a man and a human being because he appears arrayed in such forms as the Father
No, you got to
pleases.
go back. You got to go back, brother. You got to allow him to say the part where he says Justin Martyr says.
Oh yeah, of course, right here where he says Justin Martyr kills you. You mean that part?
Yeah,
right? Yeah, where he's like really colorful with it. Yeah, got you.
Neither of them, right? Dumb and Dumber, neither of them have even read Justin Martyr at all.
Justin Martyr again. He says the word is sent not as an inanimate power, but as a person begotten of the Father's substance.
That part that he just read.
There, he said Justin Martyr says, and then he brought the quote. And then he continues reading, and he didn't distinguish between that part and the rest of what he read.
Okay, that's fine. So if he said verbatim this title that Justin Martyr said, then he made a mistake. But that doesn't change the fact that the title is actually given the context of what is being explained, because Justin Martyr is saying that Jesus is the begotten Father's substance.
And we can go through that now if you want.
Well,
but my point, we don't have to. But my point to you is just clearly the reason why this is my reasoning. I believe that Avery never read Justin Martyr. He never read this book. He was given this quote during a live, and he just read it out without recognizing that the beginning part was a chapter heading and were not Justin Martyr's words.
Well,
now, if he came out, hold on a second. If he came out and admitted that, I would congratulate him and I would end the discussion. But the fact of the matter is, if he was presenting that as Justin Martyr's words verbatim, and they're not, and he used that in a popular debate with me, then he needs to come out and admit that he was wrong about that.
Okay, so the mind frame and concept of how he was thinking, his mind process, what he was saying, I would have to ask him about it. However, the title does fit the paragraph that's being addressed by Justin Martyr.
Do you want to debate that now? Do you want to discuss that now? Because I'm going to show you that's not true.
I can't discuss that now because I told the speaking Muslim behind the scene that I'm not home yet and I'm doing stuff. But
Bro, you want to come up and watch the quote from Logic and respond to that? That's all we're going to bring you up for right now, unless Jake wants to give you more slack.
No.
All right, Zero. Do you see this?
Shortly.
All right, Jeb.
What's the topic?
Okay, we're looking at chapter headings and misquotations. Starting with this, what is your initial assessment of Avery Austin?
What does that have to do with an argument? Like, what?
That's
I have no idea what
our
my initial assessment is. An honest interlocutor.
He's honest. He's an honest person. Good debater.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so we're going to show you that he's either not honest or he's terribly stupid. So go
Justin
ahead.
Martyr at all.
Justin Martyr again. He says the word is sent not as an inanimate power, but as a person begotten of the Father's substance.
That part that he just read is a chapter heading. Those are not Justin Martyr's words. Now let's.
I don't think that's dishonest.
Okay. So that's not dishonest to you?
Just read where he said this is what
reading
Justin
a chapter
Martyr,
heading. I'm sorry. I don't see how that constitutes dishonesty.
where he says that Justin Martyr says this, and he's reading something that Justin Martyr didn't say.
Well, he could be
Is
making an inference. I mean, it doesn't have to say verbatim. He could be making an inference, like
no,
the same way that the person who
claiming
made
to
it, he
read.
would like put the chapter heading.
He was claiming to read a verbatim quote.
Where does he say that in the video?
He literally says, Justin Martyr says, and then he begins the quote. Let me finish. Don't interrupt. He begins the quote there and then continues reading the quote halfway down and doesn't make any distinction between them whatsoever.
The distinction between what?
Between the chapter heading, which are not Justin Martyr's words, where he begins.
I don't see why that matters. It's just a chapter heading.
Hey, Jake, how many ontologies could you do?
how did the
we got G1 up now. All right.
I'm at work, by the way. But yeah,
Okay.
go on. What was you saying?
So did Avery Austin use a fake quote?
I'm not too sure. I didn't watch the video. Then watch you guys debate.
Okay, play it again. Let's go.
And even if he did, what's your problem?
My point is he's an idiot.
Neither of them. Right?
So wait. So, go on.
My point is that he was being fed a quote during a live discussion, and he read something that someone unfortunately set him up for failure, thinking it was a quote from Justin Martyr, but it was a chapter heading that is not Justin's words. Okay, so play it.
Okay, play the
Dumber,
video.
neither of them have even read Justin Martyr at all.
I don't have a security. I'm not doing the security
again. He says the word is sent not as an inanimate power, but as a person begotten of the Father's substance.
That part that he just read is a chapter heading. Those are not Justin Martyr's words.
All right, do we want to
Now let's show him the chapter heading. There you go. The word, chapter 128, is sent not as an inanimate power, but as a person begotten of the Father's substance. He said that Justin said that. He read it, and you can hear him. He's quite emphatic about it, thinking that he's making a brilliant point, but it's a chapter heading. It's not Justin's words.
All right, G1, you got anything to say about that so far?
No, this is the only thing we want to hear him say. We just want to hear that he's honest and say, at the very least, GodLogic made a mistake.
Sure, he made a mistake, man. But
I don't think he lied. Honestly, I don't believe he really lied. I think he made a mistake. I think somebody fed him this live during the discussion. He read it out, thought it was from Justin Martyr. Whoever sent it to him set him up for failure, and it's not. It's a chapter heading.
Okay. But I want to discuss about you next discussion.
Okay, so do you agree with
2
me
minutes
about
before I
that?
go back inside.
Do you agree that GodLogic claimed Justin said that, but he didn't? It's a chapter heading. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, sure, yeah, it seems to be the case.
Okay,
Yeah,
and if
sure.
GodLogic is honest, then he should admit that too, that he made a mistake, right?
Sure, if he wants to, yeah, sure, yeah.
Okay, good.
If you guys enjoyed this video and the content on my channel and would like to see more videos like this, then please consider subscribing to the channel and hitting the notification bell so you get notified of future videos. Like, comment, let me know your thoughts on this one, guys. Share this on your social media platforms or with your friends and family. No matter how big or how small your reach is, it really does help with the algorithm, guys. But until next time, inshallah, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.